All right. Let's do the intro. Hello. Good evening to all my beautiful people. This is the Queen, Carol Errol Reed, aka Destiny Chick. Welcome to Destiny Always Number 30 YouTube channel. Happy Monday to everybody. Hope you had a wonderful and blessed weekend. I'm going to be very, very brief, and I wanted to share something kind of educational today. I'm also going to speak a little bit, but I wanted to speak on the topic of title, Ladies, While You're Single, Dominate a Plan. Ladies, while you're single, dominate a plan. And I'm going to get into that. So go ahead and invite your followers, like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. We're going to be coming to you quite consistently on YouTube so that we can get the numbers up for our followers for Destiny Walkers Network and get the message out there to a lot of beautiful sisters that you do have someone who can hold you accountable, who can be your support system, who can give you the tools and programs that you need to better yourself, to level up and to grow, self development, and just to get to your next level in life and discover your purpose ultimately. So go ahead and again, like, share, and follow. Welcome, and happy Monday again. So this is going to be really, really brief. I'm also going to share with you a PDF about strategic goal planning or planning how you can set goals for change, in other words. So I'll share that with you in a little bit. But I wanted to talk about this because I actually been discussing it over the weekend with some dear friends and business partners of mine. And it's very important that I hear a lot of women out there say that, I choose to be single and, oh, I'm single by choice, or the right man is not out there for me to be in a relationship right now. And, that's your home, that's your business, that's okay. But what I want you to understand is, and what I need you to do is in 2022, if you do choose to be single, okay, if that man, whether he's a gentleman or a man of monogamy, or if he's a man of polygyny, if he chooses to approach you and decides to strike a conversation with you and decides to be interested in you and want to get to know you better, okay, let's say, for instance, that takes place here in 2022. It could be, March, April, May, it could be the summertime, the wintertime, whatever. But it happens in 2022. If you've been single since 2018, 2017, maybe 2019, okay? Maybe even just last year, when the pandemic hit, you decided to be single. I don't know. My point is, you've been single for quite some time now, for a couple of years, and you approach this man approaches you, and he shows interest in you. And as he shows interest to you, he invites you out to dinner or on a date. He wants to get to know you a little bit better, right? And when you guys go on this date, he begins to ask you questions about your goals, about what you want out of life, about what have you been doing in the last 6 months? What have you been doing in the last year? What have you been doing in the last 2 years? And he's going somewhere with this because he's trying to see if you meet his qualifications of someone who is going to be an asset, someone who is going to be the type of woman who don't mind going down with her man, with this man, who don't mind working together, doing together, bringing something to the table. And you call off and tell this man you never thought about it. Or you tell him you don't have no goals. You've just been taking it one day at a time. You've just been doing, taking time off to think or, you just nothing to give him as far as an answer that's going to get him to go to the next question or to the next level. So quite obviously, he continues the date or the dinner or whatnot. And, probably a day or two later, he texts you, hey or good morning or whatnot. And then gradually, you don't get no more texts or response. Okay? So now that you imagine that scene that was in your head, let's talk about it. The reason why I say ladies, while you're single, dominate a flame is because of this. And again, let me reiterate, my YouTube videos and content does not have to relate to every single woman out there. If it relates to you, use this as an opportunity for you. Use it as use it as an opportunity for you to gain some accountability, knowledge, and information you need to make better. Okay? And I'm going to just go for a break and get you up together. This is how we do it. But I'm always been still big on writing things down. I've always been real big on writing things down. I've always been real big on journaling. I have a have years ago. And my father actually is still is part of that but he is my life with all the time. So so that I was old enough to sure that he planned writing my goals down, writing my plans down, my desires, why I'm saying, ladies, why you're single, dominate a plan, is because just a few moments ago, when I gave you that scenario about the young man wanting to court you and interested in you, because remember, he's already in leader status. He's already in the mindset of wanting to build, whether it's his business, whether it's his economics, whether it's his savings, whatever it is. He's obviously tired of being single, and he's looking for his help me. He's looking for his woman or his women, again, whether if it's a monogamy man leader or if it's a polygyny man leader. He's ready. Okay, he's been through the ups and downs. He's ready to start. Okay, so I've been hearing a lot of women on YouTube say that the man should be the one that bring everything to the table. The man should be the one that brings the money, the assets, the business, the cars, the house, the spending money, the Chanel, the Gucci, the Louis Vuitton, getting the nails done, getting the hair done. The man should give you all this when he meets you. All you need to do is show up at the table. Now, there's an exception to that. But in 2022, I want you to think about it. Since the pandemic had hit, actually really before the pandemic hit, times was pretty tough. Okay? I'm pretty sure there was a lot of single women out there raising their small children. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of single women out there looking for a man or wanting or desiring a man to approach them. I'm sure there was a lot of single women out there who was tired of just going to the club and meeting their one-night stand because the man didn't see no asset in them, but their ass set, if you know what I mean. Okay. So if it was a bit of a strain in 2017, 18, 19, and then the pandemic hits and people start losing their jobs. I mean, just literally think about it. When the pandemic first hit, there was lockdowns, shutdowns, lowdowns, you name it. Everything was going on. People were losing their jobs. People couldn't pay their rent or their bills, right? Shutdowns, store shutdowns. You had to be in the house for 2 weeks at a time. Then they extended to another 2 weeks. Anyway, my point is, it got tough. Okay. The unemployment rate went sky high. The unemployment checks went out the roof, right? Y'all remember this. And so now in 2022, you're still single. And this young man has regrouped himself. He has bounced back, right? He has that resilience. And now he has his matter of fact, maybe he didn't even lose his job. Maybe he was a truck driver. Okay. And he was a essential worker. Okay. And he never lost his job or lost a dime, right? He thrived through the pandemic. But you or someone you knew, another sister or your girlfriend or your cousin or whoever, just another sister that you knew went through that pandemic with her kids, and it was tough. It was tough. Now you meet this man and he's ready to build. He's ready to live his life. He is ready to thrive. But you don't have a plan. You don't have any assets to bring to the table because you never once said, while I'm single, let me work on me. While I'm single, let me strategically put a plan together so that when I come across this man, I'll have something to bring to the table besides my body. See, I've been single off and on, okay, for a very long time. And when I say off and on, it's because I was married and divorced twice. That's another broadcast. Then I'll decide to court a man, or he approaches me and he decides to court me. and he ended up doing something stupid, and I cut it off because I'm like, no, I'm not putting up with the foolishness, right? But I've always been a type of woman that had a plan and a goal going on. Okay. I moved to Houston, Texas in 2012. My child care center closed May 5th or May 12th, 2011. And when my son's school year finished, which was May of 2012, I think I waited a little bit when they got out of school. But anyway, it was either the following school year. When they got out of school, we jumped ship. We moved, packed up everything. I sold all my daycare furniture. I had what savings I had available and got a U-Haul. And we came up here to Houston, Texas. I still had my child development credentials. I still had my CDA, my child development associate, my child development certificate, and my associate's degree. So I used that so I could have some income. And I went to work. I went to go work at a daycare. So I went from being an owner of a child care center, owner and director, to being inside of the classroom, being a teacher. So the pay dropped drastically. But anyway, my point is this. In 2012, I came to Houston, Texas. Or 2011, excuse me. May of 2011, I came to Houston, Texas. July of 2012, I started working on my bachelor's degree while I was working a full-time job at a daycare center. Because I had the mindset that I want to be prepared with a good, decent job when I get ready to meet the next man in my life, or when the next man comes into my life. Because a part of my personality and who I am, my humbleness, I've always been a giver. I've always been a cheerful giver. When I was in the church and I had my daycare center, my child care center, I would get just from the state money alone, like the what do you call it, the Workforce Solutions child care that pays for the child care for the parents. Sometimes some months just from that institution alone, not including my cash parents, not including the food program, okay, but just from that institution alone, I would get 14,000, 15,000, 16,000 checks a month, right, from the attendance of the children. I would pay 10% of that to my church in my tithes, and then I would give offering. And then I will go and have what I'll call Angels Care. I will go out on Saturdays and hand out care packages to the homeless. My point is this. I had a desire in my heart to bring something to the table when I meet a man who has his head on his shoulders, a man who wants to have me as his wife. Okay? Because in society's thought process, the higher your degree, the better job you have, right? This is what I was thinking, right? I was in that mindset. And in some instances, it's true. But so I enrolled in school online to get my bachelor's degree. Fast forward, I got my bachelor's degree. And I continued to work, okay? 2015, I ended up working at some chemical plants. I'm not going to go into the whole life story, but I'm getting to this point. Every year from the time I landed foot on ground in Houston, Texas, I had a plan and a goal to do better, to be better. So that when I had the opportunity to meet a man or a man come in my life, I had something to offer him. Just recently, I wrote down another plan, another goal. Okay. Since 2015, I've had 7 small businesses. 7 small businesses. From craft to building your credit, all the way up into hair products, which is what I'm doing now. Hair products in a physical location. My point is, you got to get to a point in life to where you say, I can't just bring me to the table. I have to have something to offer this man. I have to have my credit clean so that when we get married, we both can put the house in our names. Because you never know what's going to happen. God forbid something happens down the line and his name is the only name on the house because your credit was too bad, and you guys at that time talked about leaving you off in order for him to get approved. And now, like I said, God forbid y'all break up, you got to go because your name is not on that house. These are the things that you have to think about as being a single woman. You have to take care of the economic and the financial stability part of your life while being single, so that you can have something to offer when you meet this man besides your body. So I want you to get in the habit in 2022 to start writing strategic plans for your life. If you're already doing it, bless you, sister. And if you're not, please start. You can go to the 99-cent store and get you a notebook for $1 and write down some goals. Write down a plan of where you want to be, what you want to do, and how you want to do it. So you can have something written down to show this man, say, hey, I've been having to work and I haven't really just been able to focus on all my goals, but I have a plan written down right here, and this is what I would like to do. And now that you're in my life, I can have a little bit of support and accountability to make sure that I get there. Have something to show him, something for this man to see that you're working progress towards helping him with the load of bearing everything on his own. Especially if you have children. Because these days, a job can end in a blink of an eye. They can fire you and replace you just for no reason. I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called. I believe it's called, I can't think of what it's called. But it's the point to where they can fire you anytime and you can quit anytime. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't get that word. So you can come to work one day and they can look at you and say, I'm good. And then go and have a job fair next week to replace you. That's how society is set up. They can get rid of you anytime they want to, just like you can quit a job anytime you want to. Okay? So remember this. So in 2022, while you out here, ladies, claiming to be single and being independent, make sure while you are independent, that you're depending on a plan, that you are depending on a strategic plan, that you have a backup, you have a B and a C to fall back on, because that job is not a plan. That job is not going to hold you down for 20, 30 plus years. Them days are over with, retiring from jobs. So some of the things that you can do while you're single is get you a notebook, write you a 3-month goal, 5-month goal, 3-month goal, 6-month goal, 12-month goal. They ain't got to be nothing long and drastic. Start with the basics. Whatever you always desire to do and you had kids and you couldn't do it, Google some type of online school. Do this now in 2022. So if you happen to meet another man by the end of this year, you've already started the process and enrolled and probably took 1 or 2 classes. It's like if a man see you trying, if he see you at the point in your life to where you're making some type of effort when he meets you, then he may just roll with the flow and say, you know what, she trying, she doing most. And some women out there who just going to get their nails done, living paycheck to paycheck. No, paycheck to paycheck is time out. It's time to get a plan with somebody who you can build with so y'all can thrive together, because this world is getting more harder and harder for Black people, put it that way. It may not seem like that, but it really, really, really is. It's always been a little bit slighter, harder for Black people than most races. Anyway, that's with pay, that's with workforce prejudice, undercover prejudice, hate, whatever. It's always been a little bit tougher for Black people. So you want to be ahead of the game. So for this year, this is what I want you to do, ladies. And especially if you're an older lady, especially if you're a woman who has kids in high school or junior high school and you're single, write down a plan, write down your goals, write down that you're going to start building your credit, repairing your credit, whether you do it yourself. You can go to www.myannualfreereportcreditreport.com, whatever website it is, Google it, and get you your credit report for free from all 3 credit bureaus. And start fixing your own credit. If the budget is tight and you can't do it, you can't pay nobody to fix it, start fixing your own credit. Quit being lazy and just letting your credit not go anywhere. Start fixing your own credit. Guess what I did? I got my credit from a 5, and I ain't changed it, a 530 something to a 630. And I still got to work on it, because once you stop, it can go back down. It can go back down if you don't keep monitoring it. So I got to get back on it. I'm not ashamed to say it, right? Because ain't nobody perfect. But look here. My point is, I've done it. I've started. So if a man meet me, okay, I can say I'm working on my credit. Here's where it's at. I need a few more months to get it to this, that, and the other, right? Y'all get what I'm saying? If you got kids that's in high school or junior high school, make a strategic plan with that child, and y'all figure out when, how, what time, what month are they going to move out your house, when they're going to get a job, how much they're going to put aside for their rent. Start teaching them money management skills. Start teaching them how to write a check. Start teaching. Go with them and open up a savings account with them. And because you're the parent and they're under 18, they can't touch that account. How I know? Because I did it with my son when he was in high school. So you have to start somewhere. That way, when your son or your daughter is 18, they're about to graduate, they already have $1,500, $2,000, enough for the first month rent deposit saved up to get their first apartment. It's already saved up because they've been working and they've been putting it in the account, and they haven't touched it because the account it's called a trust account. It's in your name, or you're the owner of the account, whatever the case may be, whatever bank you go to. Because some men, and it's not that he's trying to be funny, but some men is just at that point in life to where they don't want to deal with, and this doesn't mean that they don't love your children like they love you, but they just don't want to deal with the stress of trying to raise another man's child who's already 15, 16, 18 years old, who already set in their ways and already going to look at him like, you ain't my daddy anyway, dude. So help this man out and set up a plan with your child to get him out the house. So when you meet somebody, your child is gone. There'll be no bumping heads. There'll be no issues with you having a problem with this man telling your child to take out the trash or telling your child what to do. It'll be already taken care of because he didn't already graduated or she didn't already graduated, and they got them a roommate, they high school friend, and graduate together. You understand what I'm saying? So this is a part of a strategic plan while you're single. Don't just be single and let your child go through high school and then they graduate and they sitting at home playing video games, not doing nothing. And then you meet a man, he asks you if you got kids. Yeah, my baby grown. He 18, 19 years old. Yeah. Where he live at? Oh, he at home. Man, he gonna look at you upside your head like, okay, cool. Deuces. Because he already on the back of his mind, it's gonna be some drama. Okay. So set your goals, build your credit, get your kids out the house. The next one, pay off something. If you got a car, that's 2.5 years old, 3.5 years old. If you're not upside down on it, or even if you is upside down, because I've been there too, been there, done that one too. Okay. Try to pay it off. Double up on your car notes. So when this man come into the picture, you'll be able to help him put more on the table for y'all to build together, versus you putting more out on bills. Help alleviate the stress on him with trying to maintain everything by himself. Because 9 times out of 10, when you get with a man, you're gonna want him to pay your car note. You're gonna want him to pay your car insurance. You're gonna want him to pay the bills because he's the man, right? And it's men out there that will do that, but you got to meet him halfway. You got to meet him halfway. So if you have a car, or if you have a car that's an older model and is already paid for, don't go out and get no brand new car right now. Sit down with him and y'all come up with a plan, get your car fixed, and y'all build on something else. Next one. Oh, not just the car. If that goes for furniture, that goes for, because some people have furniture accounts, some people have jewelry accounts, whatever the case is. Pay off some stuff while you're single, so that when you meet this man and he comes to the table, you'll help alleviate some of the stress. Okay. So I'm gonna stop right here. We're gonna take the commercial break for Destiny Walkers Network LLC. So if those of you out there who are needing someone to hold you accountable, needing someone to help you, get on that path of, I wouldn't say restitution, on that path of goal setting and strategic planning and accountability, check out Destiny Walkers Network LLC. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Karis L. Reed. I am the CEO and founder of Destiny Walkers Network. We're an online business consulting platform where we help powerful, ambitious women discover their purpose and be who they were created to be. If you are at the discovery roads of discovering your purpose, if you are retired and you would like to be a new you, or if you just want to be that powerful, creative woman, Destiny Walkers Network is for you. We take each woman through 5 phases. We give her emotional healing, help her with her finances, and give her the stability in a business of discovering her purpose and be who she was created to be. Visit DestinyWalkersNetwork.com and we will have a purpose and a place for you. I'm Karis L. Reed, the CEO, and your destiny is waiting for you.
All right, guys, welcome back, family. So appreciate your patience. So let me finish this real quick and then I'll be just about done. So, and then I'll share the slide with you guys, the goals. The next one is that you can put in a strategic plan is to learn a new skill, learn a skill or a craft. Learn the fact that if you're single with young kids, and you're always taking them to McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or Burger King, whatever the case is, Pizza Hut. I know people personally in my family that don't know how to cook, and they're young. Get on YouTube or Google and research how to cook. Learn a skill of cooking. I don't care if it's 1 meal, 2 meals, 3 meals. Start somewhere. So when you get with this man, he won't have to eat microwave dinners all the time. He won't have to eat ham sandwiches and cheese all the time, or chili dogs, or corn dogs. Learn how to cook. Learn how to clean. Learn your woman duties while you're single. Okay. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm really not. But I know I've seen it with my own eyes. Okay. I've seen a grown woman over 30 years old whose house looks like the back of a dumpster. I'm so serious. So you my cat, you don't get down. I'm so serious. Learn a craft, okay? It's YouTube videos for everything. And then the last thing is build a business. Have something to bring to the table with this man. Build a business. Learn your passion. Learn your gifts. Learn your creativity. Every single one of you women on the face of this earth, whether you're light-skinned, dark-skinned, whatever you are, every single African-American woman has a gift and a talent inside of her, whether it's with these or whether it's with this. It's in you. Develop your gifts and your passions and start a business with it, whether it's doing hair, whether it's doing eyelashes, whether it's selling shoes, purses, clothes. I don't care what it is. Learn entrepreneurship so that you can have something to fall back on, not only to bring to the table to help this man build, but for yourself. And you won't be dependent on a man, on the society. See, one of the things a lot of people think in the Bible, okay, when the Bible said be fruitful and multiply, he wasn't just talking about kids, having kids. He said he was also talking about your gifts, your talents. Be fruitful and multiply. Multiply the gifts and the talents that I put inside of you. Multiply the fruits of your labor with your hands, with your skills, with your crafts, with your ability to create. Because it says, I have given you the ability to create wealth. That means you have a gift with your hands. You can do hair, you can play music, you can make lashes, you can make t-shirts, you can make hair bows, whatever it is. Develop a small business. Become an entrepreneur. Now, entrepreneurship may not be for everybody. You may have some type of fear of going into a business by yourself or starting. I ain't saying quitting your job and go jump off the cliff and jump into entrepreneurship. Research it, study it, and gradually build yourself into entrepreneurship. Okay? That up there on the wall, that's 2 different LLCs. Since 2017, I've developed myself in different creativities of my gifts and passions. I didn't just sit down and sit still. When I get an idea or a thought that the Most High put in my heart and my mind, I research it, I learn it, and I do it. I'm a risk taker. If it failed, it failed. At least I tried. At least I didn't sit on the idea he gave me. You understand what I'm saying? So let me share something with you real quick, and then I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go after this. I want you to start. And if you feel that you want this, you can email me. Or you can comment. You can put a comment in the chat. And I'll send it to you. This is a goal setting for change. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Okay. This is goal setting for change. Okay. This is something that you or someone you know can take upon yourself, write down your goals in a strategic plan, and hold yourself accountable to making those changes in your life while, you are single. Okay. So I'm just going to briefly go over it, and then I'm going to end the broadcast. So goal setting for change. Okay. Simple. I'm interested in changing from doing nothing to this goal, basically. I'm interested in changing my idleness to starting a t-shirt business. I'm just throwing an example out there. This is a short-term project. And it's totally up to you whether you're already there or not. It could be short-term or long-term. Short-term is 6 months, 2 years. Long-term is 5 to 10 years. It's 2 to 5 years, sometimes 10. Refine your goal. Okay? This is about what you would like to accomplish so that you can make a change. Write it down. I would like to this, that, and the other. I would like to this, that, and the other. Okay? Now you need to prioritize your list in terms of what is most important to you. Okay? That's why I got number 1 and number 2. All right? Now, consider the risk and the benefits of pursuing each goal. Goal number 1 will benefit me because it will allow me to make some side money. The risk is it may take me a long time, or it may take me a month or 2 before I get any customers. That's simple. Next page. Now you are ready to develop a plan of action. Whatever your method or strategy is, write it down and give yourself some type of accountability date. This is how you hold yourself accountable instead of just writing stuff down like people sometimes do. Writing stuff down in the book just to say you did it, and then you don't see the book, or you don't pick up the book, or you don't look at the book for 5 months. With this plan of action, you write it down and you say, I'm going to complete it by April 15th. I'm going to complete it by July 17th. Hold yourself accountable and then hang this stuff up on the wall where you can see it every day. Who will support or help you and how? I told my best friend. I told my cousin. How they're going to help me? They're going to call me every week. They're going to email me. They're going to DM me. Have someone hold you accountable, single woman, so you can get some things done in your life before this man comes into your life. Okay? And then if you can read this, this is a self-contract for change for yourself. I, whatever your name is, Takesha Washington, make a commitment to follow my action plan in order to achieve these goals. And you can go as far as put, so when I meet a man, I have something to bring to the table. I understand there are no guarantees and that my goals and action plan are subject to changing circumstances. But my commitment to change remains firm. And I will add or modify if needed to make more progress. If something happened, something sick in your family, you got to start working on your goals, modify it. Change, move this date up here, another 30 days further down. But don't just give up on it. You modify it and you keep moving. Signed and dated 2022. And that's how you make goals for change. All right. So listen, that's all I have today. And again, I appreciate you for watching. Thank you so much for your time. We'll be back Thursday with another broadcast. We're going to start a series called the Refinery of the Broken Woman series. And so that's why I want to come here and do this last live about singleness of the women for a while until we get further down the road. So appreciate you for watching. Don't forget, again, like, share, and follow. Share this with someone who you think it can benefit. And until next time, peace and blessings.